Hello, my friends. Welcome. Hello, everyone. I didn't set sacred space. I was just helping one of the children with something. So I'm setting sacred space while you guys are getting here. If you can hear me, can you just let me know? Or if you can't, can you let me know? I hope I'm in the right one. Okay, good. I am. All right. So tonight I saw a couple of comments asking to go over a case out of Kentucky. Yeah, we can definitely go through that. The question was, does it line up with the Delphi girls? What it lines up with is the satanic calendar, which means indirectly, yes. But we can go over that. I also have, oh, hi, Miss Barbara. I also want to say thanks to everyone that's new. How did you guys find us? I just looked at the Google Analytics yesterday, and I don't know if I was in La La Land. I don't know where. I was busy working on Etsy. How I didn't notice, but I'm so glad you guys are all here. What? Okay, so we got Karen. Hi, everyone. Oh, yes, you can hear me. Yes, thank you. Thank you. Hi, welcome, everyone. All right, let's go over the housekeeping stuff. The first thing is, I saw a comment from one of our friends in the UK. That's awesome. Especially depending on where you are in the UK. That is something we'll go through a history lesson on that. And I just got a vibe that hi, my friend. Hello, Mama Travels. Oh my gosh, I was just thinking about you the other day. Hello. Oh yeah, hello. You don't mind if I use your real name, right? I try to be very mindful of that. Miss Peggy, I literally was just thinking about you. Something came up and I was like, I need to ask Peggy what it was. But hello, Miss Colleen. Hi, everyone. I'm so glad you guys are here. So we did a reading on Paul today. Nothing's changed. So, of course, that's why we haven't done a lot of canon readings. Nothing changes there, except for the lands. And I saw a comment about Karen Reed, Candace, and this other case. I'm open to all of it. We can try to do it. We'll get as much done as we can before I hit the wall, because we are going to read court documents tonight. It's not going to be that fun, but you're going to like understanding it. Hello. All right. I'm going to share my screen with you because the case, this is a case that one of our friends asked me to look at. And of course, we would love to look at it. I can tell you right now, I also pulled up the satanic calendar because the other day I asked Notebook LM all of the cases we've worked on to compare it to the satanic calendar. It's shocking. I'm going to share this with you guys right now so that. Oh, thanks. I had to change the background, Miss Peggy, because I liked the white, but apparently that's why the cards kept getting lost in the color, according to ChatGPT. I asked her, like, what's going on? So that's why we switched it up. Thank you. Okay. One of our friends asked me to look into this story, and I don't know if they know them or if this is a friend, but it is, okay, a 9-year-old case, this story, high level. They were killed inside, oh, you guys, their home. Here is a news article. Oh, why don't we listen?
And it's where they were murdered on April 21st of that year. State Trooper Scotty Sharp, then a detective, was on the simple white home with the black shutters here on Springfield Road in the small community of Botland has changed hands many times since 2014. But 9 years ago, 16-year-old Samantha and her mother, Kathy Netherland, were calling it home. And it's where they were murdered on April 21st of that year. State Trooper Scotty Sharp, then a detective, was on scene.
It's disturbing, any case that you work, that you see.
Okay, I'm pausing it really quickly because I have our satanic calendar here, and The April 21st falls right in between this week. It's the blood host, kidnapping and preparation. And so I just wanted to pause that to show you. It might not be directly related to Delphi. I'm not getting the same energy, but they have the same belief system. Okay, back to the news.
Evil is evil.
In fact, to investigators, it just seemed personal rather than a random act. But Kathy Netherland was a well-liked special ed elementary school teacher, and Samantha, a member of the Bardstown High School academic team and chorus, was just a 10th grader. The questions of not only who, but why have haunted investigators for almost a decade.
I cannot stress how many man hours these investigators put on this case. And they eat, sleep, and breathe it.
Now, about a week after the murder,
then they're not doing a very good job of it. They've been sleeping and breathing it for 9 years. They haven't caught anyone. Come on. Like, they're not, then get new investigators, in my personal humble opinion.
Police released an image of the car they believed the suspect was driving. It was a black Chevy Impala captured by their surveillance video at this gas station about a half mile from the Netherlands' home. At the time, they believed that could solve the murders, but nothing ever came of it.
So it is disappointing. But again, that's not going to deter us from doing what we need to do.
Trooper Sharp, now the public information officer at Post 4, says he thinks about the case often and about justice.
There's nothing more that I want before I leave this job is to be able to ask all the media to come in for us to make an announcement, and that would be a great thing.
Lauren Adams, WLKY News.
I want to say these guys sound completely incompetent. Like, I don't know. Okay, I will be nicer and not judge. So that case fell on April 21st. That's what they just said. And according to our satanic calendar, it is right, especially for the girl. The girl is also involved. How can I make this bigger for you? Oh, you guys, I took off the cell phone version. That was so confusing. Hi, everyone. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, so I don't know how to make this bigger for you guys, but anyway, hopefully you guys can see this. If you can't see it, then you'll just have to trust me, or if you're doing laundry or something. Okay, so April 20th, I think, or 21st, one of those days, it falls into this date. The satanic calendar, it is kidnapping and preparation. The 16-year-old bride. Okay. St. Mark. Oh, child sex. Yeah. So there's 3 days on each side of this that you can do. Okay. One thing I do want to show you guys while we're in here. All right. I just want to show you guys this for some reason. This is to screen share audio. Oh, it says it just lost audio. Just clicking in. Not nice comment. Oh, are you a mod? Will you just block or get rid of them? I don't have time for it, literally. And if you're not a mod yet, I think you are. At one time I made all the members a mod because I can't even see it. So back to our cases. With this, if you guys can hear basketball, they literally just made a basketball court next door. Okay. Oh, so this started with Ed Winter. That's how I thought of it. But we have Craig Casey. That's a touchy subject for the Canton people. Here's John. That's a long thing. Then all of these: Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Brittany Murphy, Mike Treese, Paul Walker, Corey, somebody. Oh, that must have been just it. It was enough for me to be like, oh, okay. Okay, so I haven't done a reading on this. I have questions about the dad. What they didn't mention the dad. What's the family dynamic? I mean, I guess we can look into it. I have more questions, if any. Gary, if you're not a monitor, I'll make you one right now. Because if someone could look at that, I don't even see it. I'll make you one right now while we're talking. Okay, I have questions, and I'm like, what's going on in the marriage? What happened with the health? They don't mention a husband, and I mean that you guys saw what I've seen. But you always start on the inside. What happened with the little girl? Was she breaking up with a boyfriend? What happened with the mom? Like, there are people in their life I have questions. And hi everyone. No, you're not late. You're always right on time. Carrie, I'm going to make you a mod while actually, yeah, I'm just going to do it right now so I don't forget, because I will forget about that. And the rule for it is not timeout, just block them. I don't have time for it. All right, here. Oh, Carrie, I tried to make you one and it wouldn't let me. I remember now. I'm looking. Okay. Anyway, back to us. So I have questions about this family. I didn't deep dive it at all. I literally saw what you guys saw. But I want to know about the two men in their life, or if she like chicks or whoever. I mean, teach their own. I don't care. But I have questions. Maybe this article. All right. Kathy and Samantha were unalived inside their home on April 21st. Scotty Sharp, then a detective, he remembers it. Nice. Okay. Person. Okay, so we're the husbands and boyfriends. In fact, the two investigators, it seemed personal rather than a random act. But Kathy was this special education teacher, and Samantha, she's the daughter, was a member of, they have a high school academic team and chorus. She was a 10th grader. You know what she would have been perfect for was that 16 sacrifice in March. The questions of not only who, but why have haunted investigators. I can't stress how many man-hours. Okay, Scotty, you're not doing a good job of selling me on your investigative skills. I can't stress how many man-hours these investigators put into this case. Okay. About a week after the murders, the state police released an image of the car they believed the suspect was driving. It was a black Chevy Impala. If it said Saturn, I was going to lose it. Captured by a surveillance video at a gas station about a half a mile from their home. At the time, they believed it could help solve the murders, but nothing ever came of it. Okay, can you talk to me about who you've interviewed? It did not come to fruition like we thought it would. It's so disappointing, and that's not going to deter us from doing what needs to get done. He's now the public information officer at I'm guessing this is Kansas State Patrol, and said he thinks about the case often. Sure you do. There's nothing more I want. Okay, he wants to solve the case. I like that for you. Oh, Kentucky. I like that, but I don't like that they haven't brought it. Nothing came up about husbands, friends. Like, I'm sure all of them had friends. I'm going to look this up one more time because I have too many questions to leave this. I don't know. All right, let's see here. Kathy and Samantha, or if any of you guys, well, you're all on Google, want to get those little fingers going. If you find an article that says anything about like a husband or a boyfriend, all right, here's a story. I have no idea what this is, so we're all going through this together. All right, all you do is sit. Okay. Oh, they wrote a book. Somebody wrote a book about it. All right. I'm going to skim this. It's a small town, 14,000 people. Oh, they had a drug issue in that town. Oh my gosh. You guys heard of this story? I just saw this on, this is traumatizing. I'm going to find the girl's name. This right here, what is her name? Sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all over this. I just expected them to have some of the answers I had. I saw a story today about all right, Billy Fields, Karina Mullen. This story right here is scary. Well, it's not scary. It just goes back to our pattern. So she was a 20-year-old mom who was a janitor at a police station. And somehow she found out about drugs. And so she told the head detective, and he killed her because she was going to snitch on the drugs. This was in 87. Anyway, I'm sorry to be jumping all over. I just expected this to have some answers for us, and it doesn't. Okay. Oh, okay. So there have some issues with Bardstown. Somebody got ambushed. Oh, you know what this is, Colleen? This is a Commonwealth state. I bet you. Oh, if we look at our map, I bet it'll be right on the ley line that runs up to Boston. Well, that sounds like a hit. Okay, I'm sorry. If you're not reading with me, I will read these out loud. I'm just trying to catch up. Back to Bardstown. Jason Ellis, the Netherlands, Crystal Rogers, and Tommy Ballard. Okay, this must be a story. Oh, it might be a podcast. There are 5 cases that I think are unsolved. And the first one is Jason Ellis. In 2013, Bardstown police officer Jason Ellis was seemingly ambushed and killed. The perpetrators left tree branches at the exit. Oh, I remember hearing about this. At the exit of the Bluegrass Parkway. He was like going home or something that runs through Bardstown. On his way home from his shift, he stopped to clear the branches. When he did, he got shot multiple times from the direction of the embankment with a shotgun. He was 33, he had a wife and a child. There is no date. The case remained unsolved. That's concerning. A police officer unsolved? That sounds a lot like John O'Keefe to me. That doesn't sound like an unsolvable case. Okay, he was a canine officer. The dog wasn't with him. There have been theories about drugs. That doesn't make any sense. The cartel was seeking revenge. They would have never been that sloppy about it. The department didn't have dash cams and certainly not body cams at the time. Ellis never had the opportunity to remove his gun. No, he got ambushed from his holster, which combined with the tree branches made investigators suspect it was an ambush. Yeah, I agree. Nick Huck was a fellow police officer and he didn't get along with Jason. Nick would be potentially implicated in other Bardstown cases. Oh, it sounds like Brian Albert. But people theorized it's possible this was a blue on blue. That does sound like John O'Keefe. This sounds like a pattern. Apparently backing the blue to cover up the death. Given the wounds in the shell casings, it doesn't seem clear whether it was just one. What we should do is FOIA these police reports. One shooter who shot from the embankment. Okay, it doesn't seem clear whether it was one shooter who shot from the embankment and advanced on Ellis, or if there were multiple shooters involved. People think it must be someone who knew his routine in order to ambush him. Yeah, what was going on with his wife? Were they getting a divorce? Oh, this is the author's thoughts. Whenever there's an unsolved death, I feel like people always trot out the drugs and cartel motive and the connection. I agree. I think that sounds like a cover-up. Okay. Oh, so she's reviewing the podcast. Okay. I appreciate her. If you'd like to read her opinion, it's right here. The next unsolved case in this tiny town. 14,000 people, what they have like 20. I bet you they don't even have a 20-man team. Cops, they probably have 8. In 2014, Kathy and her 16-year-old, we just watched the news, were found unalived in their home, which was just outside of the city limits. Another reason the small town. Okay. Kathy was, she was a school teacher. We saw that in the news. Oh, an older sister. What was the family dynamic? Was there a divorce going on? Oh, there's a father. They still haven't brought him up. Her husband, Kathy's husband, Norris, found them after Kathy didn't show up for work. That sounds convenient. The mother and the daughter were, definitely unalived. Okay. Yeah. Okay. They were definitely unalived. It sounds like a crime of passion. Oh, that's what it says. Police later released an image of a black Chevy Impala. I mean, if there's only 14,000 people in this town, how many Chevy Impalas do they have? Like 6? Okay, captured by surveillance video from a nearby gas station. Remember when Idaho 4 gas station attendant had to find their surveillance video? Speaking of cover-ups. And in 2024, police said that they knew the vehicle was connected because it pulled into the back of their home. Okay, so why don't they just figure out who's driving it and interview them? Footage from a nearby establishment then captures a dark figure moving around the front door. Someone appears to let that person in. I don't think that was gang initiation. Okay, this is the author's thoughts. Oh, Crystal Rogers, I recognize her. Another unsolved from the same area. Boy, if the person who asked that question lives down there, please get the land prayers. This town needs it. Okay, a little more than a year after the Netherlands case, on July 5th. Oh, let's check our satanic calendar for July 5th. This is July 1st. No, July 5th looks okay. But I have a master calendar because not all of them go through. Oh, here. Okay. Let's see if July 5th has. I don't know, July 5th looks, I mean, it could be, there's a 3-day window. So, okay, go back to Crystal Rogers. I recognize her. She was reported missing on July 5th. Wait a second. This sounds like another pattern. Her aunt was unalived 36 years earlier. She was the mother of 5. Okay, I'm guessing this is the aunt. The aunt was a mother of 5 dating Brooks Hawk, who she had a 2-year-old son with. The family didn't believe that their daughter, maybe again with 5 children, would merely walk away of her own. No, she didn't walk away. I think this is the aunt story. She had 5 children. Here's the first time they're bringing up a significant other. Oh, thank you for sending those, Carrie. Oh, that's wild. It's wild. I have those 2 PDFs from his case. Okay. All right. So this is notable. This is the first time in all these cases they brought up the significant other. Brooks Huck is the brother of Nick Huck. Oh, wait a second. Our world just got tiny. Hold on. So Nick, this kid right here. No, that's Jason Ellis. Okay, wait a second. I thought that just said. Okay, I don't know who these people are. I thought that this. Okay, Brooks Hauk is the brother of Nick Hauk, the Bardstown police officer. Nick would be terminated from the department. Oh, I remember this story. This is the guy. I think this is a family cover-up. The cop. I thought the cop got in trouble for this from the department after his efforts to interfere in the Rogers case and for his lack of cooperation. He didn't cooperate. He called Brooks during the police interrogation and advised him to stop talking. Credit to the Bardstown police chief at the time, Rick McChubbin. This is probably pronounced wrong, but it reminds me of Shelby. Rick McChubbin. Where did that just go? Oh, fired Nick, who seemed like a bad apple. I remember this story. Nick is this is a family thing. This is a family dispute. It was a domestic, I'm not downplaying that it was domestic violence. It's, if you start on the inside and move out, it's like pretty much always, if you call 911, the odds of you doing it are like 9. I don't want to misquote it. It's a high percentage. All right. This is an inside job. I remember this. And this is just me off the top of my head. Her boyfriend, she wasn't in a domestic situation. Her boyfriend's brother was on the police force and they buried it. This is still going on, I think. Okay, during the police interrogation, he became defensive when detectives asked, why he was being sketchy about his girlfriend not coming home. They ain't blamed her. That sounds much like it. Okay. All right. This is an inside job. I do remember watching this or listening to a podcast on it. Oh, that's weird. Oh, the FBI was involved. That's cute. Hey, FBI, we do love the non-corrupt guys. I mean, this is just saying Danny Singleton became the first person arrested and charged in connection to Crystal's case for perjury, which was later reduced to false swearing. He was an employee of Brooks. Yeah, they owned like a bunch of housing properties or something. The same day, Nick is fired from the Bardstown Police Department. Brooks is named as the prime suspect. Okay. Brooks went on a date with another blonde girl named Crystal. That's a little weird. The FBI was involved throughout and really seemed to stake their claim in the case. Okay, in the summer of 2020, the FBI doesn't do things unsolved. Just watching them. September 2021, the FBI was digging on a property connected to Brooks. He is apparently a wealthy landlord. Yeah, they own a bunch of, I think he's a slumlord. And they found items of interest. What's it not enough to connect them? I mean, come on. All right. Sheng Young was the lead prosecutor. He took over the Ellis case. Okay. This all sounds to me, I remember this case. This is an inside job. Boyfriend, brother, I think. Brooks was finally arrested in connection to Crystal's death in September of 2023. There's a $10 million bond dispute. Okay. All right. Next one. Tommy Ballard. Tommy Ballard was Crystal's dad. Oh, yes. There's a show, I think, about this. I've seen this. He would not let it go, and he fell down a flight of stairs, like Clinton style. Tommy was Crystal's dad, who is unyielding in his efforts to find Crystal. I remember this. In November of 2016, while out hunting on his private property with his grandson, he was shot in the chest and killed. The family property abuts the Bluegrass Parkway. That's the same parkway that the cop above was shot at. Even from the FBI's $10,000 reward page, there's virtually no helpful details about the case. Well, it sounds like they have a sniper or a sharpshooter. I bet you there's some kind of military training somewhere in here. Oh, he was a cop. Okay. Obviously, people think his murder is unaliving is connected to Crystal's disappearance and unaliving. Yeah, this seems like pretty obvious. Okay, so the dad gets killed. I remember that part. That would be very sad. That poor kid, the child that was with him. Oh, they still haven't charged him. This sounds a little bit to me like an inside job. The gun, during the $10 million bond hearing for Brooks, Prosecutor Young alleged that Brooks' family was interfering in grand jury proceedings. So charge him. And that they bought the gun from Nick, which they believe was the gun to kill Tommy. Well, wouldn't that be really easy to figure out? Like, what? The bullet's probably either still in him or it passed through. Okay. Oh, Steve Lawson was sentenced to 17 years for his role in Crystal's unaliving after a jury found him guilty of conspiracy to commit unaliving and tampering with evidence. Lawson, who in the years after her unaliving suffered an accident. Oh, he was in an accident. Oh, he was a paraplegic. He was also found guilty. And sentenced to 25 years. Brooks, this is the boyfriend, was convicted by a jury of unaliving and being accomplice to a crime. The judge sentenced him to life. So what about the dad? That's an unsolved case. They can't figure it out. Okay. All right. Oh, so this is a book. Okay, sorry everyone. This was a book review. I appreciate this author. She's just giving a book review on these cases. Well, what we didn't learn from this or the news is like this Kathy and Smith. If the person who asked me to look into this is here, can you send us the links of any investigating that they've done on this? Like, it's hard to read on it if they're not even. It does say that there's a husband and an older sister. I don't know. I'll check the comments and see what you guys are saying. Oh my gosh, you guys couldn't see that the whole time? Oh, that was painful. Shoot. If anyone. Yeah, the dad. I am sorry, you guys. Yes, I apologize. Oh, does anyone have my phone number? Oh, you guys, or my text? Can someone text me if that ever happens again? I'm sorry. I just read this whole article to you guys, and basically we didn't learn anything. If the person who asked me to look into this Bardstown case is in here, or if anyone else. Oh, Candace. Oh, okay. I'm gonna set sacred space again. So, all right, it's hard to read on this. I have too many unanswered questions. I mean, we could read on it, but I have questions about the family dynamic. Okay, so if the friend who asked me to look into that Bardstown case, if you can send us or me or, man, I look much tanner with the dark background. Oh, excuse me. Oh, do you guys like the new background? Thanks, Peggy. Thank you, our friend Peggy, for noticing. All right, Candace. So since this all happened today, I did a reading on Paul. Nothing's changed. And I was kind of praying and asking for guidance. And I got to do Candace or Karen, which are like two different worlds. And then one of our friends texted me and talked about Candace. And I was like, okay, that's synchronicity. So I have some thoughts on Candace. And I have shared them a little bit. I don't know if the thoughts that I have are ready for the public yet. And the reason I'm saying that is because I haven't really had a chance to like integrate it and digest it. What do you guys think? Is True Crime Design in here? Because I love her opinion about all this stuff. Okay. I did do some research and I made a slideshow. Angela, I see your question and I'm getting into that. Oh, yeah, Carrie, delete him. Hi, everyone, coming in late. Oh, there's no such thing as late. Carrie, I was working on that Bardstown case, but you guys couldn't see. All you could see was me reading. Oh, I apologize. Next time, please just send me a text. Can text? Yes. Okay, one of our friends has this theory, which is very easy. I agree with it. It goes back to the ley lines and all the Commonwealth states are like the glue that's holding these Masonic grids together. And if our friend is in here who asked me more about the Masonic, first of all, Colleen sent me this book. It's called Earth Grids, Ley Lines. I am going to make a course for us because, well, I like making courses. It helps me learn. So if you have questions about ley lines, I will make us a course. The next thing, Candace. I've gotten stuff on Candace before. I've written blog posts and stuff about following the wives. I also made us a presentation. And I'm going to tread really lightly with this because it just started coming through like half an hour before I'm here. So I haven't really had time to integrate it and think it out through before I speak it out loud. Okay. Emailed you. Thank you. Yes, I saw that, Carrie. Thank you. I have those PDFs. That's a wild case. If we could watch that together, we could. It is so nuts. I saw something on Reddit about the case, the Hout case of a kid who stopped watching true crime because it freaked him out so bad. All right. We could watch that together. Check your email. Yes, I have those. Thank you. I have 2 PDFs of court documents for that 1987 Hout case. Yep. Then the next one is the brother cops, Crystal Rogers. That was a disservice. Mercy, Chubby. Oh, did you guys get the joke that I made? Well, that wasn't even my joke. That's Jay-Z's joke about the ride on the bus. Everyone gets a turn. Yeah, that's cool. Don't worry about compiling them. I will organize them. Sacred space set. Yes, I set sacred space. Okay. Oh, I absolutely love, I am not doubting. I love Candace's research. And she actually made me want to have a team because I was like, if I had help, we could have that every single day, which would be so fun. And then I could, you know what my ultimate goal for our studio is? To have multiple cameras that I get to turn my face towards. I do have 2 cameras. First, whoever complained about the sound, I put a few options for you on the Amazon wish list. Feel free to hook a brother up. Yeah, we're totally on the same page. That's the thing. I think it would be so fun to be like Candace. Okay, I'm just going to say what I think about Candace. Like, I respect Candace. I love her style. She's very enthusiastic. I started having second thoughts. I sound like I'm in a relationship with her. And I didn't even watch it because the word on the street was that she went after BK in the Brian Koberger case, in the Idaho 4 case. And I decided at that moment that she was drinking the Kool-Aid and I was not going to play. With that being said, I have no idea, but it was enough that it turned me off. In the meantime, I have gotten a few messages. True Crime Design straight up thinks she's working with the dark side. I am not ready to explain what I was getting today because it just started coming in, but we are going to. And I respect Candace. I do think she's working for the dark side, though. I'll just say that too. I think this is part of the 20, in my personal humble opinion, there are no facts here. And literally, unless I'm looking at a news article and you're watching with me, the 2030 plan. The reason I keep begging everyone to do the land work is because we have a goal. We are not going to, I wanted to blow up the 2030 plan, but Mother didn't like that. So what I started thinking was I want to redirect it. Right now, the 2030 plan is intense, and I have no interest in being on it. So when we do the land work, we're breaking up the control grids. Okay, so the mimicry, we just read 4 cases that are identical to to Higgins, all those people that I just mentioned, to John O'Keefe. It's a mimicry loop. It's because humans, until recently, couldn't see, believe that my parent, for example, my parents are diehard boomers from New England, Catholics, take communion every day, and fully believe the news they see on Facebook and the 6 o'clock news. That's okay. That's fine. It is what it is. But now this new generation of people are coming through this is all fake. Our ultimate goal with the land work is to redirect the 2030 plan. I have no interest in coming back and doing this again. If I come back, it's going to be for a vacation. B, I don't even want to explain it because to me, I used to always it's not even jokes about Germany 1920s. It's worse than the Nazi regime. So the ultimate goal for them is the one world order. In order to do that, they're making little steps that have been in place since forever, literally. And we are all waking up. And that's the reason I keep begging everyone. We're doing the Canton is our micro. We called it the sandbox when I was in Corporateville. The sandbox is a testing zone. So Canton was our sandbox. We now know we can do it. The world is going to be the next one, but that's why if everyone does it each day, then it'll reverberate out. And I think that Candace, unbeknownst to her, I don't think she's intentionally, this is very MK Ultra. Unbeknownst to her is part of the program for the dark side. And I think if you asked her, she would say, no, that's part of the programming. So this is all with love and light. I think Candace's intentions are pure, but I think that she's been hijacked. She didn't get the protection prayers. If anyone's friends with her, send her those protection prayers. they're free below. And she needs to protect her energy, especially at night. Everyone should do that at night. So I think Candace's intentions are pure, and I think that she's doing the best she can with what she has, but I think she's been hijacked and she's being used as a tool for the dark side. Their ultimate goal is one world order. The 2030 plan is their ultimate goal. Our ultimate goal is to redirect that back to the light, and we can do that each by doing it a little bit each day to break up the Masonic grids. That's how we're going to help the earth. And so I saw those comments. Did I watch today? I don't know. What I did after we decided to do this was I got all the transcripts. I like her energy is what is it? Intoxicating. I love her energy. No, I didn't watch any. I did watch Brigitte again. And so you know what I did? I wrote an entire presentation on Operation Mockingbird and control of the media. Apparently, France didn't get the memo. They're all in the same club. You hear about that all the time, but everyone's seeing through the lines. And it would be really easy to shut Candace up by just sending her what she's asking for. But they can't. That's the whole thing. I saw a mainstream article about that today that was like, without any evidence, Candace is accusing her. And I wanted to write to this lady. It was like an Elle magazine or something like, yeah, that's the whole problem. The problem is there's no evidence. This shouldn't be that hard. And I've heard a bunch of stuff about like Michelle Obama, and I don't really want to go down that road. What it is doing, whether you believe in that stuff or not, to each their own. The trans thing, the gay, that whole movement is BAL, B-A-L. Oh, let me get my presentation. I'll show you guys what this is. It's desensitizing us. Oh, here's Carl Dougal. Oh, Carl. Oh, boy. I can't wait to rip him up. Okay. I'm going to get my little presentation for you guys. And we are going to look at, I made a presentation that explains this. Because I knew it. Well, I made it a long, long time ago. I just fine-tuned it for us today. So this goes back to the whole thing. Everyone, actually, this paper explains it much better for me. Okay, Karina Mullen. Google that. It's wild. And thank you, Carrie. I have the 2 court documents, Justia or whatever that program, that I almost emailed you if that wasn't free. Karina Mullen, that's a wild one. Okay, where is this article? Becoming Brigitte. Okay. I will share with you guys. What are you looking at? Oh, stop sharing that. Okay. This is just loading. Thank you guys so much for your questions. We are going to go through the illusion of control, manufacturing reality. Well, we all know this. Money's fake. Like, that's why it's an exchange of energy. And I'm going to pull this up. As soon as it's done, oh, Carl Dougal. Why does he keep popping up? I don't want to see you, Dougal. All right. Oh, it's 3 minutes left. I'll come over and check the comments. Spot on. Thanks. There's something bad in the sound frequency. Oh, yeah. Don't worry. I have a whole paper about that. Okay, the sound frequencies. We can thank Hitler for this. This is legit, straight out of probably Mein Kampf. That is the most boring narcissistic book ever. But okay, I think the sound frequency is off about 8 decibels. So if it's supposed to be 425, then we listen to 419. And it's enough that it matters. And that's why, the sound frequencies, that's another reason if you're doing any kind of, one of the things I had to start doing, and I haven't done it lately, but is you listen to everything backwards. This is a CIA training thing. You listen to music and people talking backwards, you can hear it's a whole different world of what you hear. It's actually wild. Okay. Candace is not wrong. No, I agree. Candace is not wrong. And I respect her a lot, but she needs to slow down. Okay, I'm going to read this out loud, Carrie, or I'll just share it. Candace is not wrong in many things, but she needs to slow down. Actually, hold on. I can't read it over there. Oh, she's your spirit animal. Yeah, she's great. Yeah. You know what Candace needs is prayers. She needs those daily prayers. Literally, that's what, if she put those protection prayers on, that would stop. So if anyone's friends with her, I'm not friends with, obviously, but I do want to I have a couple of cameras. I would like to have a little team so we could have daily. This would be so fun to do daily. I would love it. And we could help Candace. She needs to put she needs to put the protection on. So right now, even if you told, she might be open to it. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So Candace is, I think her intentions are pure. I think she's been hijacked. That's the best way to explain it. She is, yeah. I got a frequency. Oh, Colleen, remember that EFM or whatever that thing is? Oh, I just found my necklace. I don't have it on right now. Yes. Okay. We're talking about sound frequencies. So now I'm guessing that oh, it's still uploading. Oh, one of them is a couple hundred pages because I've just been putting them all in there. But I do have a Becoming Brigitte. If we want, there's nothing really to read on with Brigitte. And the reason that so if you feel like we should be reading on something, there's not that much to read on. Honestly, I wrote an entire presentation about it. Oh, the Tartarian bells. Yes, they took all the bells out of the churches because that would sync the harmony to heaven and earth. Of course. Because we're not the people who, all right, the race that, or whoever hijacked the people, brought people here to be their slaves. They needed miners to get core copper or something to take back to their planet. Things happened and they are still in charge and they think that we're still their minions. And so I have a bunch of quotes from that stuff. All right. Yeah, that's true. Colleen, that's very right. Yeah. That's also why pagan worshiping, God, it takes me back to Outlander every time. God, I love that show. I've literally seen it probably 400 million times. But now Blood of My Blood is Outlander too. I watched that full thing yesterday. But that's why all the pagan sites, they put churches on it. I also heard that they put the priests facing to the east. Wait, sun rises in the east, sets in the west, so that their back would be illuminated in the morning sun. It's so ego. Yeah, except Louisiana. Oh, you know what we should do is figure out all the Commonwealth states. That's what we need to figure out. And then that's what we can concentrate on. Okay. So hopefully now it's been 3 minutes. My little presentation is basically just explaining. Oh, sweet. Okay, here we go. I will share this with you guys in 2 seconds. One of them is just explaining the symbolism. If you just do not say, I do not consent, your silence is consent. That goes for all the satanic rituals, church, the Olympics. I heard Candace today, probably in the Brigitte. I didn't see what she talked about today, but I did see no, I didn't watch. I don't think I watched it. I didn't pay attention if I watched it. This is still loading. All right. I'm going to take you off, Carrie. Oh, there we go. How do I do that? There we go. Okay. This is uploading. We are going. Okay. So I just want to say really quickly. Oh, we're almost at an hour. The Kentucky case that our friend asked me to look into. I would be more than happy to look into it. an article or two or court documents, or we should probably FOIA those police reports. I need more information on like the loved ones, because they don't even talk about anything. All right. This is going to be, we're going to go through all this stuff. Okay. I need to, oh, you would love Outlander. Oh my gosh. I love it. Oh, it's so good. It's on probably Netflix. The one, if you have Roku, The Blood of My Blood, oh, it's so good. It's on Roku Stars. Okay, I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we are going to go through. Oh, this will be good. This will be a good start. Okay. This will work. All right. So Illuminati symbols. You get a lot of symbols, and we see them with celebrities. You see that 666. Wait, can you guys see all this before? Yeah, okay. 666. That's all like celebrity. There's a ton of symbolism in here. Yeah, there's our 6. Well, Beyonce she's on a different level. These are all the celebrities. This is their boy Baphomet, he doesn't have a 6. That's why they're desensitizing everything about trans. So what do these Illuminati symbols mean? Initiated into the club, that's a handler controlled or an oath bound. Signal boosting allegiance. So like the 666, there's lots of symbols that we can go through. One of the things the Masons love, and I love the Masons. If there are any Masons in here, I absolutely love you, are hiding everything in plain sight. And using the symbols without understanding it, but still speaking energetically, participating in ritual magic. By your silence is your consent. I hope that's in here, but if you don't say I don't consent, then your silence is your consent. Symbols speak louder than words. Well, also symbols can't get lost in translation, literally. Public repetition, public consent. So if you don't say to yourself, oh, so listen to the still small voice, and you just whisper, I do not consent before proceeding. So like I get to go to Catholic church, and I get to, so to myself, I just say I do not consent. I don't want to be part of your Masonic or satanic rituals. When you see the sign, it desensitizes the masses and feeds loosh. That's emotional energy harvesting. We learned about loosh in Canton. These are Baphomet. Okay. And whatever you believe in is okay with me. Baphomet is the trans push. He's a non-sex. I thought that was Ball. Is Ball the same as Baphomet? I don't know enough about this, but I do know the symbols. So this is just symbols to their brothers, their friends. This, to me, straight up the Antichrist. That's not what AI thinks, but I think that he is. This is all him. Oh, the Pope. Yep. Satanic religion infiltrated the Catholic Church in the 1200s. And that's not allegedly. That's right in the Satanic Bible. Here's more world leaders. Oh, the whole Bush family. Yeah, okay. And this is the all-seeing eye. You have to sell your soul in the music industry, allegedly sometimes. Well, Diddy taught us about sex magic and selling your soul. This is all-seeing eye symbols. Okay, that guy's a weirdo. That's the Pope. These are all the people that are Brad Pitt. Oh, I have a video about Brad Pitt. Oh, poor Brittany. Brittany did not mean to sell her soul, in my personal humble opinion. Okay, these are all just celebrities. Okay, that's the Monarch program. The Monarch program, oh, here's Monarch programming. This is an IKEA ad. And when I saw it, I was immediately concerned because these black and white checkers I know come from the MK Ultra. Monarch is a baby of MK Ultra. Can you guys see all this? Okay. So the Monarch program is, I listed out. The top hat is the handler archetype, Mad Hatter. Oh, the Mad Hatter. Yeah, from Alice in Wonderland programming. The symbol of illusion and mind control. So you wouldn't know this unless, but if you were programmed, you would know this. And the only reason I know it is because the Daybell case, those kids taught me about this. Doll-like eyes, oh, this is beta, the kitten training. Doll-like eyes, wide-eyed disassociation programmed. You always hear this. Obedient alter, unnatural, trance state, or trauma state. Their eyes, I always hear their eyes look black. The red nails and lipstick, that's beta. That's a sex kitten training. That's programming. Red is ritual, sex. Diddy always talked about his red room. That's a sex magic ritual. The black and white stripes are the Masons got a bad rap, but I did find a book that connects Egypt, the Masons, and the New World Order Illuminati right now. For now, I will share it. Okay, duality, ritual control, and psychological programming. Releasing of the butterflies is a trigger moment, signaling the activation. Okay, this is what I think happened to Brian Koberger. I think that he was actually trained as a Manchurian candidate, and I think he had a trigger. I also think he had a handler, and this would be like if you had an altar that did X, Y, and Z. This would be your trigger. Black and gold box. The black is disassociation and the unconscious mind. Gold is a sacrifice and elite initiation. Monarch butterflies symbolize trauma-based mind control. This is a baby of MK Ultra and transformation through disassociation, with their multicolored appearance representing multiple altars. Oh, this is Skull and Bones. There's W. Look, he even has his tongue out in this. He's so weird. Okay. George H.W. Bush with Skull and Bones, 1948. The CIA director, VP president, George W. Bush was Skull and Bones, 1968. Texas governor, President John Kerry, 66. He was a senator and a Bush opponent. And all right, let's get, okay, these are just the steps. I've made these before and I've posted them. These are the steps for programming. This is actually like traumatizing. What I want to go through is the illusion of, this would be kind of boring to read out loud for you guys, but let me check the comments. If you guys want, there's not that much to read on with Brigitte and Candace, because I think that Candace is an unknown participant on the dark side. I think she's 100% right. She needs the prayer, the daily protection prayers, especially at nighttime. The case from Kentucky, I have too many questions to read on it. There's not that much to read on. I mean, I have questions about the husband, the older sister. Did the little 16-year-old have a boyfriend? Karen Reed is tender right now. What's going on in the Karen Reed? Is there anything new in Karen Reed's world? Why does she feel tender? Oh, there are 4 Commonwealth states: Massachusetts, Kentucky, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. Okay, good. They all hold all of the, that makes sense. Montauk, yeah. Montauk is different than Monarch, but you're on the same page. It's all the same idea. Here, a Masonic temple took over a huge Jewish temple. What significance of double symbolism? Well, first of all, let's just think about it from a realistic point of view. Where was the Jewish temple located? Was it on like a better location land-wise, and was it bigger? The double symbolism doesn't mean that much, because to them they don't really, it's like the club, and if you're not in the club, you're not in the club. I always make fun of sororities and fraternities, because at my college it was such a joke, and there are people that get really sensitive. about it, but it's the same for athletes. Like, you weren't a part of us, so. Oh, she's finally feeling her feelings. Okay, thank you, Carrie. We have a friend who is not in here. Or if you're in here, friend, you know what I'm talking about with this Karen thing. Can you shoot me an email? The building is very big. Corner block on St. Charles Ave. Oh, let's look it up. Okay, if anyone's here for any of those readings, the Candace thing, I don't think we need a reading on. I think that Candace got hijacked by the dark side. I think that they have plans for her that go to our 2030 plan. That's why I keep asking every single day to please do the land prayers. I'm going to create a land course because I think I need it too. It just started coming to me with this Canton stuff, but it's not. So I'm going to start articulating it. The Kentucky thing, I need more information of anything, that the cops did anything. For Karen, she's tender. And one of our friends just said that she's finally feeling her feelings. If our friend is in here who saw the Doberman, can you hit me up? We'll work on that. So we can jump over to our members only because I want to talk about, I want to look up this cornerstone. I want to look up where this is. And there's something significant, but I'm not getting it's like the symbolism. There's something about the building. It's like the location of the building is better. Well, they still have meetings and stuff. All right, team. Mass is heavy. Yeah, we're working on mass. Well, you're doing most of that. You're doing most of that heavy lifting. We're going to start making earthquakes and volcanoes. Oh, I'll talk about that in the live. One of my men, I'll tell you about that later. All right. If everyone here from public, I mean, I'm sorry, there's nothing to read on because I don't think Candace is intentionally doing it, speaking truth to power, but I think that they're using her for their own nefarious things. We're going to break it every day when we do the land prayers. We start breaking it. The 2030 plan. The Kentucky thing, I need way more information. I don't even believe that they spent 9 years. They haven't talked about one investigation. They haven't investigated anyone. And Karen's tender. She's starting to feel her feelings. If our friend is in here who saw the Doberman, you know who you are and I love you. Will you shoot me an email? We can help her with that. All right, team, I love you. We're going to jump over to the members only. We're going to go through those Carl Douall. There are so many court documents. We're going to go through them because it'll help explain a lot of stuff that you hear in the news like all the time. The Pegasus stuff, stalking. Love to the water. Yes, the water. Yes. Yes, the volcanoes. And, well, we just want the earth to do what she needs to do. The dark side makes her do things that are against her free will. They don't ask her either. Karma's a bitch. All right, I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming. We are going to, yes, love the water. I'm going to make a course, not tonight, but I just got it right before we got here for land. That'll help me too. Then we're going to jump over and we're going to talk about Carl Douall. And I saw a few comments asking me who he is. I literally don't know where to start. He's the person that they call. He worked with John at Boston Police Department. He called Karen before the police even got there to tell her sorry about John. He's this missing call at, I want to say 6:08. Jenny called him, of course. He's clutch to the Karen Reed investigation, and he just got named in a $30 million RICO lawsuit that has to do with, speaking of energy, land. It has to do with the tech. They want to hold the AI, and Bangor is going to pick it up. I just found that article. So the reason it's important is because he's the unseen demon. And Carl, if you're watching, hi. Come on over to the private or to the members only. I have so many questions for you. I'd actually love to talk to you and Paul. I have questions. All right, my loves. If you have any other questions, let me know. And if anyone's friends with Candace, send her the personal protection prayers. They're in the link below. That's what she needs. She's getting hijacked in her sleep, and she's not protecting herself, which just comes with you. When you know better, you can do better. All right, I love you guys. I will see you all on the flip side. Thank you for your help with the land, liking, sharing, subscribing, doing all the things. If our friend who saw the Doberman is in here, please shoot me an email. And with that, I will love you and leave you. Good night.